two through the air. And they start off with who else but Love, who bursts up close to an opening first down. So CJ just short of the first down was Love, so second down and 1. And to the air for the first time, complete to Faison for the first down. And Faison is all the way up to the 45-yard line, so a good two-off run last year with a 12-2 mark. And he's got a trio of running backs that he goes to as this one comes up right at the line of scrimmage as flags roll in. And Notre Dame is saying they've got the ball. So they're operating right on their own goal line. By the way, Zach Holmes filling in at center for Mason Randolph today because Randolph moved over to the right guard position. And Matson keeps it on the ground again. And that appeared to be Sire Gaines, the guy that takes a bulk of the carries up the middle when they...
Four-man rush here by Notre Dame, man-to-man coverage.
Matson rolling to it right in his own end zone. Out to the flats, incomplete, and that will bring up fourth down.
It's like a flag.
Another flag is in there, though. Now from its own 15. Matson keeps it on the ground once against Gaines, and we've got more flags coming in. Flag fest in the early going here.
What Marv Levy said, a little over.
Tackle who's got NFL type of skills. So first and 17 now. Maddox Matson is going to go down. Boubacar Traore tripped him up. And Matson will go to work through the air. Ball is tipped in the air, incomplete. Bring up third down and long.
That's Christian Gray in the coverage right there. And
graduate assistant worked his way up and is the 6th youngest head coach in the country at 36 years old as Notre Dame starts off this series with a pass complete to Raritan for a gain of 4.
Yeah, Notre Dame has to feel really good about that.
And on the ground they go. Look at the move by Love, darting back and forth, weaving his way for a huge gain. Devon Banks, 51 yards already for Love, who's just become a bigger part of the game plan every game. Up top, C.J. Carr, pass incomplete. He wanted Pauling. And speaking of Pauling, the Notre Dame. And on the ground they go again, weaving his way for another big gain of 7 is Love. Slow to get up, taking a breather. You've got Jadarian Price in there, and you don't miss much of a beat at all. He's inside the 20-yard line for the first down and a gain of 4.
I've never seen anybody like this.
As Price is going to stay in there, and C.J. Carr looks right, goes left, up top for the end zone. Touchdown. Will Pauling. 19 yards. 9-yard drive. Eric Schmidt is handling all the kicking duties, and this one didn't go well at all. Schmidt's got to pick it up, and that is going to be just a 6-0 lead for 10 different receivers. And on 2nd and 7, he goes to the air and get a dangerous pass, but it's hauled in by Chris Marshall. 8-yard gain, so the Broncos. And right up the middle for another big gain. Looked like it was a first down. Is Sire Gaines, the 6', 200, that latest run. Matson being flushed out by Botello. Pass incomplete. 2nd down and 10.
Hixie, you know, a lot of conversation about this Notre Dame defense.
2-yard line. Matson swings it out. You've got Sherrod in space where he operates the best. He's upended well short of the original line of scrimmage by Tay Johnson. Speed in an instant. So on 3rd down and 15, Matson goes down, and that'll bring up another punt. Notre Dame's green jerseys were all over him for a loss of 9.
Action mode.
Boise State showing some pressure here on 3rd and 20. C.J. Carr with a quick release out to the right. And trying to get across the 40-yard line and back to the original line of scrimmage is Malachi Fields. The meeting between the two. 6-0 Notre Dame. Boise State beginning this latest offensive series at its own 15. And Notre Dame stacks up Sire Gaines big time as we head down to the field. On 3rd and 5. Matson, quick one, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. Intended for Caples. And the punting unit comes. And they fake it to him. Carr pump fakes, and a beauty pump fake, and he's in the clear. C.J. Carr all the way down. Get the Boise State defender up in the air and pick up the 1st down. This time he's going through the air, and it was in double coverage that he tried to get it into Malachi Fields. The defensive coordinator, Eric Shenander, you just saw there, hoping for a stop here on 3rd and 10. Carr is not going to get there this time, and that will bring up 4th down after a gain of only 2 on 3rd and long. And here we go with Carr trying to pick it up downfield. Wide open was his receiver for what appeared like a touchdown. Will Pauling just couldn't. Will Pauling for that, what would have been a touchdown. So Boise State starting off here across the 35-yard line is Cameron Bates. Another part of that, the options that Maddox Madsen has this week in the blowout over Appalachian State. And on 2nd down and 3, looking for one of his running backs to pick it up, comes up short, and that'll bring up 3rd and 1 after a gain of 2. The conference again and be ranked higher than any other Group 5 conference champion. So this game has somewhat of the same ramifications it does for Notre Dame as it does for Boise State. That is Dylan Riley, who's very close for Matson. 2nd down and 10. Pass incomplete, brings up 3rd and long. He wanted Caples. Mark Zachary. The half's over. Pressure coming, pass complete, and he's got Ben Ford. Another one of those mini wide receivers that he Notre Dame territory. Good blocking up front. Drake Bowen did a flip, and it passes complete inside the 30 and down to about the 20-yard line. So a big play. Matson rolling to his left. He gets Tuialamaka up in the air and keeps it and slides in inside the 5-yard line. So Matson, longtime college baseball coach for 30 years, watching his son trying to finish off this drive. That'll bring up 3rd and goal from just about the 1 as Sire Gaines tried to get there. Yeah, that just a little bit. Big play here, 3rd and goal. For Maddox, the fake he's got, that's just going to walk it in. Maddox Matson ties it up for Boise State. Quick drop by Carr, has some pressure, and that's complete to Fields, and a big wide receiver with a nice spin move all the way up across the 45-yard line before Amarian McCoy. So here comes Mr. Love. 1st down and more, all the way down to the Boise State 40 before he's brought down by Zion Washington. So Carr across the middle. That one's complete to Love, whose receiving duties are increasing by each and every game. Jake Ripp brought him down, but another 1st down for Notre Dame. And here is Love. Look at the misdirection, just making people miss. Finally, Jeremiah Irby was able to bring Love down. Touchdowns last week in the 1st half alone. 2nd and 5. C.J. Carr, pump fake, rolls out of it. And then toss him down to the end zone. Pauling was there again. Carr surveys, goes left, pass complete. And that is Malachi Fields who picks up the 1st down. So a key strike from Carr to Fields with Irby on the line of the Broncos. Here's Love. And that's what he does. Spins just when you think you have him. And he's inside the 10.
This guy is something.
Special talents. Notre Dame 2nd and 2. Carr looks left, goes right, and the pass at the goal line. Flags come in as Will Pauling was the receiver. Devon Banks from just outside the 1 and were unable to get it. Here's Carr on 1st and goal from the 4. Just throws it away. 2nd down and goal.
It's a good decision. Nice job.
And again, it's a Love. Jeremiah with another touchdown. And the touchdowns are... And Carr rolling to his right. Open is Pauling for the successful two-point try. 14-7 Notre Dame. And the green men love it. That's what you call a green out.
Remember, the clock is going to pause after first down. This is a scoring opportunity for them.
And bouncing out is Dylan Riley, and in space he is good, up to the 45-yard line. So that is a great start for Boise's.
Plenty of time.
Madsen has plenty of time, gets some pressure from the left side, and that pass, is that intercepted? No, incomplete. It was a nice diving try, though, by Jalen. 45. Madsen, quick drop, pass complete into Notre Dame territory. Goes Latrell Caples, the do-it-all guy for Boise State.
Plays going forward.
And get a little closer for potential field goal. Here's Madsen. Ball is intercepted, and that is Tay Johnson. And Johnson out of bounds with 8 seconds left.
Coverage.
Madsen times it out to his wide receiver, Ben Ford. And another nice pass there to Ford. Play action. Madsen delivers another strike, and this is Matt Wagner. And Wagner, the big tight end, rumbles down inside the 20.
Inside.
Okay, first down at 10. At the 40, this is Dylan Riley making his way down close to the 30-yard line. Slippery kind of player. Had 5 touchdowns. And that was one of the things they emphasized, more pressure. Madsen flushed out again. On the run. Throws it away. Big time pressure. Carr, complete. Faison looking for the first down. Able to get there. What a move by Jordan Faison.
The golden touch. First down.
Third catch of the game for Faison. On 1st and 10, C.J. Carr going to work. Another first down. And that was a little bit of a late throw out there by Irby on Jordan Faison. But don't feel the pressure to have to do too much through the air. And on the ground again is Price, darting for more first down yardage. Inside the Boise State 40.
You know, when you're teaching
the rest of this regular season for the offense, which before today had really been doing most of it. Nice catch by Faison and a beautiful throw there by Carr. He got 5 out of that latest run to make it 2nd down and 5. Carr sets up, lofts it, fields his way, got tangled up there in the end zone, and flags come in. Lofting it into the end zone to Fields. And there's his touchdown. This is Marcello Diamatti who's in to tack on the extra point. Again, Eric Schmidt was supposed to be the guy, but we saw an extra point missed earlier in the game by Notre Dame. Here as they start their latest drive here at the 25-yard line. And it's swinged out to Dylan Riley. That ball was tipped, but he still was able to haul it in for a gain of maybe a 1 or 2. Josh
Ultra that we tried to identify.
So you knew what you were getting. This is Maddox Madsen. And that ball is complete to Chase Penrose.
On their shoulder. That's what those guys were all about.
That Bronco-Cowboy connection being shown there. Looking for the first down. That was Sire Games. And 4. Notre Dame showing the pressure, trying to bring it on Madsen. Steps out of it. Is that ball complete? Yes. That is hauled in. Catch by Voorhees was indeed upheld. So it was a gain of 7 and a first down here for Madsen, who looks downfield, and that pass is picked off. Leonard Moore was right there.
Take away.
From the Bronco 48, 2nd down and 10. Carr with some time, now being rushed. Flag comes in, throws it away. For each team with that latest one. 2nd down and 20. Carr surveying. Beautiful pass right on the money to Eli Raridan.
Another flag.
There's a handoff to Love. And Love gets a pretty good. There's one of those signature leaps that he's famous for.
On a little bit.
And Jadarian Price is still on his feet. Still going. One guy to beat, and he takes him out. Touchdown, Notre Dame. The extra point to make it a 21-point game. And just like that, Notre Dame with under 8 minutes left in control. So
righted.
Spencer Danielson of the Broncos in comeback mode here. That pass low to Latrell Caples, but he's able to haul it in for a gain of 10. Nice grab there. 2nd and 13 now. Quick drop. Matson goes to the air. That one's off the mark. It was intended for Camonte Williams. 3rd and long. Without an interception that dated back before that lone interception coming into this game. So he has felt the pressure. More pressure. Botello almost got to him. Still under duress. Somehow Matson figures it all out and runs outside the 40. And that was... Matson steps up, has a nice catch there into Notre Dame territory, and it's Marshall who lost it, and then they got it back. Looks like Caples... Matson. Is that picked off? Should be. ACL last September. Matson going to work on 2nd and 5, and that should be, yep, good for the first down to Latrell Caples for a long time, but in the end, Notre Dame with just a little bit too much talent for him, namely Jeremiah Love and Price and company. That pass complete out to Chris Marshall.
And Hicksy, you talked about it. No
championship picture. They've had to run the table. This was a big opportunity for him. So another loss as that reaches us to the 2-minute timeout. Continue his hopes of staying in that conversation as well. 2nd down and short. Matson escapes. Don't know how. Not that time. Jaden Osbury finished him off. Notre Dame.
Uncomfortable environment for the Q.
So you can check off that box of providing some pressure up front. Leonard Moore, tightrope. Interception. Another turnover. As we await the Wolfpack of North Carolina State, which is the next home game here in this 3-game homestand for Notre Dame. So a quick look at the schedule here. The Wolfpack they are both in the top 6, so that looks good. And UCLA finished the job on Penn State, so that is a monumental upset for the Bruins. But
sloppy day for Boise State, but they're gritty, they're tough. They hung in there as long as they could. Just too much Notre Dame Fighting Irish in all 3 phases.
2 interceptions by Leonard Moore. Just a penalty-marred affair.